Hello everyone, welcome back to Sajabana Games. So today we're playing Falconeer Chronicles Bulwark. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But anyways, and I just want to give a few tips and tricks I've learned. So one, this is a kind of like a free build game. Things don't cost resources per se. Like you don't have a set number of building resources. It's more about extractors and distance. And then your extractors gain strength of population, and that helps you expand your distance and in terms of number of nodes. So, anyways, let's jump in with a few quick tips and tricks I've learned in the short time I've been playing this game. So first, let me start like a new settlement here. So always start with wood if you can, because you can't build anything without wood. So if you don't, you'll have to build a shipping port or a trade route and establish wood. So multiple extractors will typically yield better results in the long run. At least that seems to be my experience so far. Also, it can help you because if like here to here, right, the circle for the wood area, I can connect nodes further apart. All right, so let me just build like 3 or 4 wood extractors here in this one, and then I'll start connecting stuff up and building towers, which is how you connect things really. Okay. Okay, so let's go
This
down to the
resource
local level.
extractor is missing access to workers.
Yeah, but I know, missing access to workers. Whoops, didn't mean to build that tower yet. Let's connect. So just generally I connect everything to everything in range for the most part. Okay. So this one's connected to these three. This one is connected to those three. And let's connect this one to here. That's already connected to that one. Yeah, so everything, all four are connected now. All right, so you can only build, you can see here like my max distance, right? If I go further than that, I get as far as I can build away. But what you can do, you can actually build further than that. And it's important because number of hops makes a difference. Like number of nodes in a trail makes a difference. So if you can build 3 away and transport resources 3 distance, well, having a greater distance allows you to cover a larger area. Also, sometimes you can see here's like the deep and here's like the shallows. You can only build in the shallows or on land. So let me go ahead and build a tower here. And if I immediately go ahead and put one like say right here, I can then connect the second tower back to the wood extractor, and I can remove this first one I built. So that allows me to build a longer bridge and cover a larger distance, right?
There is no
So
stone available for
no
this
stone, so I
upgrade.
can't upgrade yet. Okay, but once you build, you also want to start. Go here where you get the squares, expand this, and this will give room for like housing and businesses and population to grow, right? Um, so and then you can see here, like into the deep, I can only go 2 out, right? But if I build the 2 out, then I can go 3 and click again. And sometimes if you click a second time after you build the first one, it'll expand yet again. And so it's almost like you're laying the foundation. And then after you lay the foundation, then you can expand more. So sometimes after you build, it helps to use the build command in the same exact place a second time, and it'll expand even further still. So there's that. So that'll give more room for more buildings. Okay. So those are just a couple of things, and you can do that even if it's only lets you build one brick out or one square, whatever. If you just do it a second time, you can go 1, 2, 3. You can get all the way out in a lot of cases. Okay, so that gives room for population. So we talked about how to expand this more and how to cover larger distances. Some of the other stuff you can do
This resource
that's
extractor
important
is missing
is
access to workers.
missing access to workers. So you'll find as you explore. Now I'm pretty far along, so I don't have a lot to pick up now. But you'll use your little scout or whatever, and you'll pick up settlements, and then you can tear them down, and then you can move them. So here you can see I have the different settlements I can pick. Now the settlements I pick that will help with population. The settlement type I pick is the population that will grow. So you can either use a trade route to bring in a new population, or you can use the
Excellent. There
these
are outposts that provide workers.
outposts to
Be
provide
mindful
workers.
of an
So,
outpost's allegiance. This influences the balance of power for your settlement.
but once you create an outpost, you won't have to bring in labor. So if you have like an outpost and wood, you can start to grow a population, right? So now you can see little businesses, little houses will start popping up. So this settlement will now grow. So, and the more population connected to my wood extractors, the more wood I'll get, the more distance I can cover. So it's kind of
A
like a
monstrous creature
game
from
that
the
keeps
deep is
growing,
attacking one of your
and
ships.
some things grow on their own and some things just need a little bit of help, right? Like, so the more space you create for your population to expand in, the faster it'll kind of expand, and then that'll also generate wood and whatnot. So yeah, that's just kind of how that works. And then this one, so you can see here, I can only go one out. So if I build the first one and I do it twice, I should be able to. Oh wait, no, that might be related to the size of this thing. I might have to upgrade wood first. Okay, so okay, got those all around. All right, that's expanded. So this is a fairly isolated island. Now here is another segment of islands. And let's just say I want to connect this here to the other things all the way over here. One trick you can do sometimes, it depends on the gap and the angles and things, but sometimes you can build like a trade port, and that'll allow you to move stuff. You can see here too, right? This population center, I can put this in the deep, right? So if I like, say I don't want this one up high, if I want to put, I had it, where was it? All right, there. Okay, so there's a spot that you can potentially build on. So you just gotta find those little spots sometimes. But see, I can't reach it this way. So let's see if we can play this little trick here. Now, I don't need another outpost, but I can put like a fort or like a little military installation there.
We found a cache of splinters. We can
Oh,
put these towards
that was pure
fabricating
luck.
new resource extractors, or
Alright,
even
so
as a
now that I
tribute
built
to
that
other
little fort,
factions.
I can connect the fort with the rest of the things. And then I can use the fort
We lack the metals to build this structure.
to
Make
connect
sure this
everything.
location is connected and in
So
range of an ore mine.
now that everything is connected, this will allow me to expand onto this other island. Right, so that's just kind of how that goes, right? And if I want to cover some distance here, I can try to, again, reduce the number of nodes. You don't always have to remove the extra ones. Sometimes I like to just get rid of the clutter, though, at least early on, because then I gotta expand more. But if I want to cover this island and like cover this distance, I might be able to connect another resource extractor of a different type and save a shipping route, pretty much. Because shipping routes require commanders, and you have a limited number of commanders. And each commander has a different resource type or set of resource types they can move. So here you go. This is a good example of one where it's not letting me expand out like the full distance. If I build the first one, I can build the second one, build the third one, and then if I click the third one again, it'll expand out to the furthest distance. So this one again, 1, 2, 3. If I try and go 3 it originally, it won't allow it. And then you can see here, I can build a tower there. So I couldn't build a tower there before. Now I can build a tower there. All right, so now if I build a tower there, I can cross the deep. Right, but once I get that third one, I can build the tower out there in the deep. And then I can reconnect those paths. I can even get rid of that one there if I don't really need it. All right, so this one you can see I can't expand at all. But you can use those tricks to connect things you normally couldn't connect. Like, see, that's a pretty long bridge. Sometimes you can connect those long distances. You just gotta try. Now, I think, let me see if I get this right. If I build on that foundation, I can still build one more. I think as long as I don't remove the towers, I can keep going with the distance here.
It's too deep here to build anything.
Yeah, too deep to build anything, he says. But I can keep building. And I can connect that all the way back to there. And if I build here, then sometimes I can work my way around a little bit at a time over to the area where I couldn't build before. Right, so I can't build up there, but if I keep going
Only harbors
a
can be
little
built
bit
in
at
the
a
deep
time,
by
only
using.
harbors can build in the deep. So he says. Alright, so there you go. You can see I've gone quite a bit of distance. And if I connect some of these things, I can remove the extra towers, right? And that's just, I mean, it'll go the shortest route
A
anyways,
monstrous creature from the deep
but
is attacking
like I don't
one of your
need
ships.
all of these, right? I can get rid of some of these here in the middle. Worst case, if you remove something you needed, you can always put it back. That is almost always an option. All right, that one's a little too far to connect, so that one won't connect there, but let me see here. I mean, it's letting me build way, way, way out here. You know, I can then build on all these shallows. I can increase my population. Right? It's just an easy thing to do. Matter of fact, let's see. If I look at my map here. So I've gone from here all the way out to here. If I go this direction instead, I can probably connect the stone to this wood eventually. And then it'll just be a matter of letting the population and the resources grow to the point where I can get there. So let's see if we can connect that stone to, where's that stone? I think it's going to be this way. See if we can connect that stone area to the wood. Build some extra towers up high. Stuff up high looks cool. I'll just connect these. These walkways will also provide places for the population to build, because they'll build along the walkways as long as they're on the ground anyways. Okay, we can't quite get across that gap at the moment, but we'll get there. There we go. if I angle this, I can create the shorter path. Let's see, where is my stone? There's the stone. Okay. Oh, I guess I could have connected that to that. Yeah, there's a couple paths. We'll do both ways. We'll see which one comes out the shortest or most entertaining. Okay, let's lay our foundation. Okay, we're gonna build our way across the deep. We'll see if we can connect. That one's too far. We can connect that one. And we can kind of remove that middle one here in a minute. Because we can only travel so many jumps anyways. So if I build that one, I can technically remove this one. And I can remove that one in a minute, but first I'm gonna expand the foundation on this one. So now if I get rid of that one, those two are still connected even if it's a very long distance. And this one, I can connect to there, connect that back to here, and then I no longer need this one. And we gotta switch back.
Spot for a stone quarry. The stone and gravel will allow us to build upgraded stone and concrete towers and walkways.
Okay, let's build some stone extractors. Let's put down 4. Cover the couple corners here. Alright, so we'll put down our stone extractors.
Is missing access to workers.
There we go. Once it's connected. Alright, so that tower, whatever is connected to that extractor, are all the extractors. So let's just go clockwise. That one to that one, and that one. And that's already connected to this one. Let's connect this one to here. Here. Actually, yeah, it was already connected, but whatever. Connect this one to here. And here, and we just connected that one to that one. So, alright, so now we've got stone. So now that we got the stone connected to the wood,
there is no iron available
we can start upgrading the towers and the walkways to stone walkways. And work our way back. Okay, so that one.
No stone available for this upgrade.
No stone available. So, key there is we need more population.
Only harbors could be built in the deep by your side.
Yes, only harbors. Alright. Oh, that one's already done. Okay, so. We'll just build out some places for our populations to grow. It really kind of doesn't matter because you can always come back and do more later. Alright, so now if we use the tab to inspect here, we can see these are all only producing 2, but that'll increase over time. So each producing 2, we see wood flowing in, stone flowing out. So all we gotta do is let things grow. Oh, we can, there you go, give that a shorter path. Okay, so now our wood is connected to our stone. It'll just take some time for things to grow so that we get, see, like this is, the wood is already 17 because the population. But as the population grows, the wood and stone will grow too. And one way to grow population is more towers. But we need the wood, we need the stone to reach kind of our whole settlement, so to speak. Let's see if we can, there we go. Every once in a while, it doesn't want to go exactly where we want it, but it's close enough. Alright, cool. So that'll grow a bit. Just kind of surround our outposts with these towers.
There is no stone available for this upgrade.
Yes, no stone available, I know. Let's see if we can. And when it's being really difficult, like I said, you work your way around. Just build these overlapping foundations. And you can increase your kind of angles, right? So now, even that one originally wouldn't let me build out here, into my usual 8-spoke pattern. With enough patience and work, it can be done. And voila, I've got my large platform with plenty of space to build and expand population. Which I gotta leave the expansion up to the game, but it's okay. And you can see as I expand that, my population is growing. That's now 8. We'll see here in a second if we can.
A monstrous creature from the
Yeah,
deep
we're not worried
is
about the monstrous
attacking
creature.
one of your ships.
What I find is once you've got some defensive units, the monstrous creatures are just basically delay your shipments. But almost always, creatures and raiders or whatever are almost always defeated. Really? There we go. I say I couldn't build 3 out. Trying to get to 3. Build 3 out? Come on. Maybe the angle. Oh, it looks like it kind of did it. So you can also connect. Just if it's in range, connect it. That's what I usually say, because it'll always find the shortest path to grow things. So, all right. So that's the wood. Plenty of space for population growth. Let's see. Oh, that one's not connected yet. Let's see, how's our stone doing?
This resource extractor is missing access to workers.
Okay, so we're not really getting workers here yet. Let's expand places for workers to live. We'll put it right here. It may just take a little time for our population to grow into this area. Connect these up. Yep. Okay, connect all these walkways. I don't really need that one. For now, anyways.
There is no iron available for this upgrade.
Oops. I didn't mean to build a tower there yet. Build place for population to expand nearby. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, our population is not growing in here yet. Not yet. We'll get there. This connects? No, too far. Okay. Let's see if we can expand more. Oops, there we go. Give them places to build and live nearby. And it might take a little time, but if you watch your population grow, they'll basically expand from the center outward. So here you see some houses, workers, so that means workers are here, right? So once they start to spread, then they'll spread to this one, and they'll just continuously spread until they reach the iron. Then once the population expands where the iron is, or not, sorry, the stone, once the population expands where the stone is at, then we'll have more people working stone. And then this range of stone will increase and eventually make its way back to the main area. So you can see here, the workers at the moment are only reaching here. We've got about 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 more nodes to go. So we gotta increase. So we need to increase this by another 5. Alright, so once this increases another 5, oops, that's in the way, then that will give us the boost we need to start growing the stone. So build these paths, connect what we can. Okay, let's put down something for them to live on. Okay, so it might take a little bit of time, but let's give it a moment. There we go. Up to 11. So I think once it reaches 15, our stone will start to expand. Then we can come back and start to build up our stone towers more. Get these overlapping platforms so I can expand out. My normal 8-spoke star pattern. There we go. We're already at 12. So just let that stuff grow. So our wood is 18 plus. Population is at 12. So if we go back, follow the trail. Nope, not that way. This way. You can see now this one is growing and this one is growing. And looks like workers are reaching here. So only need but 2 more, and then workers will be here. So 2 or 3 more and everything will be working good. Now, one trick we can try to do, right, if you want to get into it, is again around distance and efficiency, right? So if I can reduce the number of hops between 2 points, I can instantly, or pretty quickly anyways, let's get rid of that one, get rid of that one. So keep that just for the fun of it. So now we're up to here because I expanded the range, right, of the one tower. So if I can eliminate things, find shorter routes. That's not really a shorter route, so. But yeah, if you can create a shorter route, you can connect things up. Let's see though. We got workers here, so we only need one more. And then we should start to see all of these grow. And then once that happens, we can expand more. In fact, let's see if I can expand this.
Pirates are raiding one of our trade
Yeah,
routes.
not worried about the
Send your
trade
flagship
routes.
to deal with them.
So you can see here just by clicking the build multiple times, you're really able to expand this to a larger area, which expanding this foundation to a larger area means more room for housing, or businesses and housing, whatever you call it in this game. And that means more population, which means we can extend further. Okay. So we just need our population to go a little bit more. Unless I want to rebuild all these paths. And trust me, I don't want to rebuild all these paths. But I can add more spaces for growth. Still, doesn't hurt. Now you can see here, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a lot. I could try to do this. It'll take a minute, but let's see if we can make a shorter route. If I can make a much shorter route, that means the stone will get back to the main area faster. And it also means this is the one to keep, so I'll expand it out this way, kind of mark its location. So I don't lose track of where this one is. Make it bigger so we can always spot it, and we know this is the one I want to keep when I remove the other little extra ones. There we go. Oop, that's almost close enough. So our stone is way over here. Oh, we don't need this guy. I bet if I do this right, I can connect one right about here. Alright, let's shoot for that. And that will remove a lot of distance. Okay, not quite close enough. We're getting there though. Still not quite close enough. It's alright though. We will get that connection. Then we'll remove all of the extra stuff that we don't need in the middle. There we go. There we go. Okay, now this one is one to keep, so let's expand it so we can visually recognize it better. Whoops. Oh, didn't want a tower there. Get rid of that one as well. Get rid of that one. There we go. Alright, so we can see now. Okay, so now we go back this way. Okay, so now this is growing. We see 8, right? And that means, and we can see our stone is flowing back if we.
We lack the metals to build this structure. Make sure this location
Yeah, I know we don't have metal yet.
and in range of an ore mine.
So now we can upgrade all these towers to stone towers. Wherever we see the blue line. And if we rebuild the walkways, they're stone walkways. Which isn't really a big deal, it's just mostly aesthetics. think I don't believe there's much benefit to the stone walkways. I do think the stone foundations maybe offer more space for higher population growth.
Any production facility will show its production power. The more resources it generates, the further it can bring those resources across your settlement,
There you
as
go.
shown in this mode.
Alright, so our stone is now reaching our wood mills, but it's not quite reaching our city center or whatnot yet. And just upgrade our paths. That's a rather interesting one. It's connected, but I can't seem to reconnect it. That's okay though. Alright, so stone and wood is flowing. The stone is flowing, the wood is flowing. Okay. Oh, good. Hey, we upgraded. We got one we haven't reached yet. Oh, there we go. Now they're all stone. Oh, this one. Something. Oh, that one. There we go. Cool. Alright, so that's my stone. Let's see, where's my
A
iron?
raiding party is targeting your
Oh,
trade routes.
stone and wood. There we go. I think iron is much further away. So we'll just have to address that in another video. But anyways, so this is Falconeer Chronicles Bulwark, and that's just some tips and tricks on how to cover larger distances and connect things that normally wouldn't connect, build foundations in places where you initially might not think you can build foundations, kind of how to expand your settlements and stuff without relying on traders too much since they have a limited number. Use your traders for even larger gaps and distances or to generate trade revenue. Anyways, until next time, this is Sajabana signing off. Have fun gaming.